guests. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me this morning to share what I term as Shaping Singapore. I use the topic Shaping Singapore because the conference is shaping the world. So before you can shape the world, we have to shape ourselves. We have to be in good shape before we can do that. So I hope it's appropriate. Just a few pointers. The next keyword is about ASEAN. So let me just share a little bit about ASEAN. I have been running in the ASEAN circle for the last 12 years. In 2006, when I became the registrar, I was representing Singapore in the mutual recognition agreement for ASEAN on architecture services. So I chaired the ad hoc meeting for 2 years and then structured the whole thing and formed the ASEAN Architects Council. And so today, all the 10 member states do have what we term as ASEAN Architects, and we are promoting mobility among the different architects. So for me, I believe in the spirit of collaboration, the spirit of ASEAN, that, you know, when you run in ASEAN, you have to be very careful because there's such a thing as politics of envy, and we are very small, without we may be the most advanced in terms of economic development. So I have to rub thousands of teacups and always on humble humility. Those are the way to treat our ASEAN brothers. They are always abang to me, so to speak. And today, I was quite glad to share that I've been very well respected, and I've been helping our ASEAN's colleagues to set up the Board of Architects, to set up the Architects Act. So some of these Architects Acts are quite similar to ours because I've been helping them to do it, and the work is still ongoing. As a result, I have been always been invited to speak in the ASEAN and to share with the associations and the Board of Architects in ASEAN. Now, in ASEAN, it is one of the fastest growing regions now, so it's very important that to me, it's important that whole ASEAN has to leverage upwards and not that Singapore is the head and everybody else below. That is not healthy. And we have to believe in ASEAN because with 660 million people, it's third or fourth largest as a bloc in the world. So as Singapore, Malaysia, or individual member states, you cannot beat the world, so you have to be quite careful. Let me just share some examples. For example, Yangon. Yangon is the latest city to be opened. So I had a tour by the Yangon Heritage Trust. After the trust, I realized that because they were not open for 50 years, there are plenty of gems in the city. But these are the gems only in future when they get regenerated. Many of them are dilapidated. So they are under a lot of pressure from developers, foreign developers, to do it, to demolish. So actually at the discussion I was sharing with my counterparts over there and also the director of the planning, and I'm glad to know that this year they told me that one advice is that to bring a greenfield to build your whatever multi-story new complex, like Singapore for example, but keep your chance. And I think they are doing that now, so I'm quite happy that we have a little bit of influence to help our ASEAN colleagues in many ways. So today I only have 15 minutes, so I have to quickly rush through. So if I go at the speed of high-speed train, please forgive me. So I won't be able to touch too much in details. Also, what she said earlier on about Vietnam, I delivered 2 keynote addresses in Vietnam. Smart and sustainable city, both in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh, was very well received. But I actually told them, smart city, what is the definition? The hundreds of definitions. China wanted 200 smart cities. India wanted 100 smart cities. But what is smart city to China, India, Netherlands, Spain, or even Singapore? They're all different in definition because it also depends on your state of development. In India, you can call yourself smart city with 100% basic sanitation, everything is done. So it is very, very different. And so after the conference, because I always, as my humble self, I share that No doubt I do know that Vietnam look up to Singapore in many, many ways, but I actually have a word of caution that you have to be ready in the basic fundamentals before you want to go. I'm not saying you cannot start on the journey of the smart city, but you don't have the fundamentals for the smart city. You should start small, but take care of the needs of the people, which is, I think, to me, more important. And so, this is simple. So let me talk about, most of you probably know Singapore, but you know that we are the second densest city in the world after Monaco. And for you, you can run one marathon, is east and the west, and half a marathon from the north to south. Our area is expanding. Though I put 719, today it's about 721 already, and 5.6 million. So just give you a bit of background. When we became independent in 1965, this is what happened. We had lots of problems. We are overcrowdedness, not even the basic sanitation. And so, thanks to our late founding father, Mr. Lee, who led and believed strongly in his vision of clean air, clean water, affordable housing, and greenery. And today, we start with this form to make sure it guides us. And this is how we look today. All right? But we have grown 3.2 times since 1965. And if you don't curb it, I think we don't want a case where we have to reach 10 million. Can you imagine? I also can't imagine it. All right? But we are a small island state, a country, but we do have big needs. So most of the needs in other cities are handled by outside the cities. You have reservoirs and all that, but everything we need, the port, the airport, the reservoir, is all within the 720 square kilometers. And so we have to be quite careful what we do. It's not working. Okay. All right. So this task falls on URA. And so we have to plan for high density living. But what is important, I think, is this is not quite working. I will use. Now, we have two very important plans when we talk about shaping Singapore. One is a concept plan. And the concept plan looks at development over the next 40 to 50 years. It's always long-term planning. A good example is many cities are envious of us because of Marina Bay. We have the next 20 to 30 years extension of a seamless extension from CBD to Marina Bay. But had we not had this guidance from the concept plan, in the early 70s, we have reclaimed 372 hectares of land. We will not be an envy of many people today. Then this concept plan is renewed every 10 years. And next, we have cascade the concept plan into a master plan that takes care of our needs over the next 15 years. Many of the developers do know that this is a very transparent plan. In fact, if you have an app, you can just put master planning 2014 and you can see the whole master plan in Singapore. For your information, March next year we'll be doing the master planning 2019. Now, planning cannot be done in isolation. It has to be done in collaboration. The keyword is collaboration. You can see all the agencies involved. So we have a planning framework, not going to detail. So the three factors is sustainability on the economic, social, and environmental. To me, personally, social sustainability is the most challenging and probably the most important. Because for environmental, you have all these expertise, you can always do something about it. Economic sustainability is given, the government has to make sure that enough jobs and employment. So I think that social is the most difficult. So let me look at the economic sustainability. So we are always ensure that there's sufficient land for future growth. So for example, from CBD to Marina Bay, and also our industrial area in the west. So this is an example. Okay, how we have gone from CBD, seamless extension to Marina Bay. And the next thing, we don't stop at Marina Bay. You know that the port will be shifting to Tuas, right? So we have airport in the east and the port in the west. The whole area, which we term as the Greater Southern Waterfront, will be ready for development by 2030. And this is possibly how it's going to look in our next CBD, from CBD now to Marina and to this. So we are always planning ahead. One of the important strategy is strategic decentralization. You talk about sustainability. So if everybody is traveling every morning to the city center, what you're going to have is your heart attack, all right? Because your brain will be choked. So we have all this decentralized area to make sure. Of course, one of the latest, which is we're going to say about the second CBD at Jurong and the high-speed rail there, but I think now it's probably derailed for the moment. Yeah, so social sustainability, we must make sure that our people are very happy with good quality public housing and private housing. I think last night, the latest is that the additional buyer stamp duty is on last night. I think that many people had queued up in many of the sales up to midnight. And some who didn't get it, I was still cried after that. Well, I don't know what's all this chase about it. I'm a very simple person. I think as long as we have basic housing, we should be all very happy. We don't want Singapore to be in the way of reaching Hong Kong, where I don't think it's very sustainable. Anyway, we also need to create different varieties of housing to cater for different segments as people become more and more affluent. But even in the course of development, we must not forget about our heritage, because that's very important. Although we are very small, we have actually managed to conserve more than 7,000 buildings as no main feat for small Singapore. You can see some of the building there. Now I'm just showing National Gallery Singapore, which is a regeneration from together with the City Hall and the Supreme Court, Victoria Asian Civilization Museum, Victoria Concert Hall. Alright, I'm sorry I have to rush because I don't want to take too much time. But let me finish it, okay? Environmental sustainability. So we have to plan in a very compact and transit-oriented city approach, okay? So you'll see that increasingly around MRT station, the plot ratio will be increased so that more people will be able to benefit from that. And we will try and prioritize our development in existing build-up to keep the green area as long as we can. So let's look at transportation. So we are actually increasing our train network from the current 228 kilometers to about 360 kilometers by 2030. By then, I think we are comparable to New York and to many major cities. So actually by then, you will be always living near to the MRT station. While we are doing a lot of development, we are promoting walkability because that's important, cycling and walkability. There are many, many benefits in doing so. Now, I want to share with you, this is an aerial map of Singapore in 1986 and in 2007. In 1986, our population was only 2.7 million, and the green coverage is only about 36%. The population increased by 70% to 4.6 million in 2007. However, the greenery has increased by 11%. It seems impossible, but this is a result of comprehensive planning. So it's very important. Another thing I'd like to share is what we call park connector network. I suppose Lawrence must be cycling along some of this park connector network. So it's nice to hear that you're really enjoying these things that we're providing. So at the moment, actually, ultimately, we would want 9% of the land set aside and no touching, just pure nature reserve. And 90% of our homes should be within 400 meters from a park or a park connectors. So therefore, we have a lot of strategy to so-called borrowed space in many ways. And currently, we have already completed 240 kilometers of park connectors. Then we will be continuing to do the park connectors. Hopefully, the whole island will be linked up, and then we will have one, what we call the round island route of 150 kilometers. By then, you're all welcome to, maybe we will organize a 2.5 marathon And all the CEOs of the world, and all of you can do a 3.5 marathon, cycling, running, whatsoever, skating. You could do that. Yeah, maybe your Lawrence, your son can do that then too. Okay, but while we are doing that, we are still actively promoting cycling. Unfortunately, one of the cycling here has folded, or 4, right? So, now, one of the important things for us is to make sure we have the right policy to shape the environment. And one of the policies that's very well received is what we call LUSH, landscaping for urban spaces and high rises. I did a book in 2012 with the A+U, and I shamelessly put down Singapore capital city for vertical green. So I have chopped the space for Singapore, and actually it is correct to do so because many cities have sporadically a few projects, but in Singapore, almost the whole islands, we have vertical green, we have skyrise green all over the place. So many cities are coming to Singapore to learn from it, and many of our architects are actually expert in doing that. I think they do have overseas commissions to do this. So we are into the third LUSH now, and we are doing what you call the third LUSH. We're going to introduce urban farming. So hopefully over the next 2 years, maybe over the years, we will be self-sufficient in our food. Okay? So the LUSH has started since 2009 until last year. We had about 130 hectares, which is equivalent to 210 football fields. So I think it is something that we all should be proud of. So this is the new LUSH tree. As I said, I'm not going into detail. You can actually go to the website and you can see the detail. Latest to do is allowing urban farming. So we hope, my 4th book, I did a 2nd book, which is Vertical Garden City, collating 31 of the best selected project on Vertical Garden City out of 67. That was 2-3 years ago. And the 3rd one I did together with Henry Steve is called Greening the Vertical Garden City, and that is the why and the how, which is a lot of intellectual property. But we are always open to sharing, because by doing so, all our architects will be able to be so-called expert in the area. So, so you can see, hang on first, I forgot to say this. So these are some of the examples of the project with a lot of vertical green. Oasia is the latest to win the CTHUH World High-Rise Building Global Award. This is the Council of the Tall Building and Urban Heritage, which is headquartered in Chicago. So this is by Woha, and you see the Kutik Hospital below, and that's by CPG. So we have many projects. Now, we have to be creative in our planning. So for example, this is another project. If you look at Pisan, it used to be just a very functional drain to channel of water. So what do? With no more free space, what do? The word no more free space is actually our team at the Venice Biennale. So Mark and myself are co-commissioners. So if you haven't been to Venice, please visit the Singapore Pavilion. It's actually got 12 pavilion to visit this year in 2018 Venice Biennale. So no more free space, we demolished. So we demolished the drain, and then we created streams like this and play area. We married the green and the blue plant. But not only it's a recreational space for these children, we are actually functionally it can hold 40% more water. You'll notice that. Only low tide you can walk across. High tide you can't, you have a bridge to go across. So it will then prevent flooding downstream. So there are many benefits when we look at vertical green or even the ABC water program. Okay, like I said, it's very important to engage the communities. So when we don't want to just shape the environment where it's a white elephant, that's not right. So if you look at our Marina Bay, there are lots of activities going on. I like Marina. I just want to show you some examples, just a quick one for flavor. So next year, I Like Marina is going to be a major one because it's going to tie in with the bicentennial celebration. So this is what's happening. And of course, you can see our annual New Year Eve countdown, which involved 300,000-400,000 people. Okay, the famous F1, where it was first beamed to the 500 million people around the world and put Singapore in the map for most people. Of course, the latest that gave us 700 million branding publicity is the Trump Hill Summit. So if you think that it's not worth spending 15 million, I think again, because I think it's really good for Singapore. It's a really good branding for Singapore. So we do a lot of things, car-free zones. We close, I think, as many as 20 streets over the weekend so that business can go on. We did the car-free Sunday, led by the two ministers, Minister Kong, Mr. Lawrence Wong. We did parking days to attract people. We do a lot of publicity and spaces, whether it's chair in square and many other things. What we do is we enliven and we activate public spaces because it's very important to do that for the community. This one, if you know, this is URA Center at the entrance, where the famous sculpture by our local artist, Ng Hock Lye. I've also turned this separately into this, just to do something different. And now it's become one of the most popular spaces throughout the whole day, and we have to add industrial fan up there so that people are comfortable. So throughout the day, you see people eating, and many people go there to play on our pianos. There are 2 pianos provided there. So that's how we engage people. We also have a lot of exhibitions. We have a lot of activities. We even recently just had the food bars over there to promote healthy living, eat more grain, and whatsoever. So there are plenty of activities that we can do. Our city gallery is already dubbed under TripAdvisor as the 4th most popular museum in Singapore. We're very well visited by almost 200,000 foreign visitors. So it's unfortunately now, until perhaps September, it is under a major renovation. So you won't be able to see many things at the moment. We have lots of exhibitions, including Lord Richard Rogers exhibitions, many others. The latest was Harry Farrell and many others. We also engage with lots of students. CUBE, an urban planning festival, is one of our key signature events now. Over 9 years, we've been engaging a lot of students, and we have 16 schools, 5 colleges and JCs in school. They all come every year to learn, to have a workshop and a competition in 1 week as an architect or a planner. So at the same time, we wanted to raise awareness so that these students, and also of course influence them to pick up the course of architecture or planner. And we have many successes in that. Okay, so this is can you see the Urban Planning Festival? This year was very, very successful. If you look at the top right, you can see the arts. This is the art jamming, which we worked with Ng Hock Lye, and actually he only did the black and white color, the base, and we engaged more than 250 public and school children, including kindergartens, they all come here and pay. So you take a closer look. So it has been with URA for more than a month, and so we have now moved to Heartbeat at Bedok, because PA find that it's very useful to engage the public. So it's now at Bedok Town Centre, Heartbeat. Now I'll be bringing this to Maggie, which is the 2016 Lee Kuan Yew World City Prize laureate, and next year they are hosting the Mayor's Forum, working with us. I hope the Mayor in April, and we were so happy because Mayor's Forum is actually international. What is important to the mayors more is what is in need for the community. So this is what I'm doing. I intend to be a collaboration between Singapore and Medellin, Singapore artists and local artists. And what I want to do is I want to engage the children from the favelas. Alright, you know the community, they are happy children, but they're very different from us. So, wanted to engage them to do that. That will be for next year. So we do a lot of publicity. Now, one of the things which I want to share with you is for example, sustainability, recycling. You see these benches over here, they're actually, we salvaged the timber from the demolished National Stadium in 2012, when our beloved 33 years National Stadium had to go. And so I engaged the public in an open competition, and also commissioned 25 artists, architects, photographers, PDA winners and all that. So we created many of this, and these are examples. I curated the biggest number in Istana. There are 14 of them in Istana. So if you, next open house, you go to Istana, you'll find many of them are actually happily sitting and enjoying these facilities. So this is upcycling. It's not just recycling, it's upcycling. And why Istana wants it? Because it's a talking point. It's about heritage. It's about sustainability. We are currently doing the 3rd edition of Bench, which we call Rebench. And we're working very closely with NCSS, and we're going to add in a charity component. So we hopefully, the last batch of benches, we could raise some money for the charity. So you guys, the rich one, when you're ready to do that, please auction for it. Thank you. Now, what is important is that we have to continue to monitor key trends and issues. So these are some of the issues which I will not go into details. Now, we are looking a lot into digitizing our planning process. Now, there won't be much to share today because of time limitation. What you could do is you go into URA website, go into URA space. You will find that we have done a lot. When I show in more details in Vietnam, you will all go, oh wow. So they are aspiring to be in the state where we are. Alright, but what's important is we're leveraging on geotech information, big data, analytics. So I was telling them, they always think that in order to go smart city, you have to put sensors all over the place, but you have the money to do so. I say that you should plug low-hanging fruits. For example, in Singapore, we have the ERP Easy Link. So you tap in, you tap out, you know how your travel pattern. So we work with them to get the travel patterns, alright, for age group or whatever. So we do a lot of analysis for them. I know I'm no time. So just we will continue to do our best on the smart and sustainable city. But just a quick one. This is my busy week. Next week we have the World City Summit. So you're welcome to join us. And also as a prize activity for the Lee Kuan Yew World City Prize, this year we're awarded to Seoul City. We've not been to Seoul for a long time. Take a visit. They have been transformed over the last 10 years. Thank you very much. Sorry for putting that.